Welcome to the Forsyth Magazines podcast. I'm Brooke Eagle, your host, bringing you the stories of the people shaping our community. From business owners to local leaders, we'll explore their journeys, passions, and lessons learned. Let's dive in. Hey guys, we are back with another podcast episode, and today I have my friend Joy Nelson Thomas, the founder and executive director of Lead Girls of North Carolina. Hey Joy.
Hey Brooke.
This is your at least third time on the podcast, I think.
It has probably been 3 over the past few years.
Yeah,
yes.
We just love Joy. Joy is a joy. I know people say that all the time, but she is. And she's wearing her pink. Everybody got the pink memo today.
Listen, and I actually was going to wear my anniversry, Forsyth Women's 20th anniversary, but I had a site visit, and I thought I don't want them to think I'm dressing too casual.
There you go. That's funny. So, Joy, I want to talk all about Lead Girls of North Carolina. You guys just finished up a campaign, a Giving Day campaign. Tell us about it.
Yes. So Giving Day is really critical for us. It's a time where the mayor had proclaimed a day of Lead Girls Rising and Lead Girls of NC Day. And so it's a difference from our Giving Day and like Giving Tuesday. But it's also such a critical time for us because it really helps us to keep the programs going as we start the new school year. And we had a goal of 40,000, and we surpassed that goal to $45,000.
Yay! That is so exciting. Congratulations.
Thank you.
I know that money goes a really long way for a nonprofit like yours.
It does. When you think about it, costs $850 for a girl to go through Lead. So you're talking almost 2 full programs of girls or girls having access to Lead.
I love that. So your tagline is change a girl, change the community, change the world. And I love that tagline so much. It's so simple, but so powerful. Can you share a story about how you've kind of seen this play out through a particular girl or through a few girls? Through the program?
First I think, how do we get to a place where women are at a table, one, and they're celebrated for being there, not just there, but they're celebrated. And so when I think about a girl, I'm thinking about somebody who recently graduated, started with us in 6th grade, went into being an ambassador, and I'll tell you a little bit about kind of our framework, but went from being a lead girl to being an ambassador to now at Howard University for pre-law.
Wow.
And it's like, my God, she's going to go out here and change the world. I think about someone else who had been with us. She's now graduating from college from A&T with an engineering degree. And so it's just all these things that we're exposing girls to is coming into fruition. And it's just thinking like when the world says you're not good at science or math, you are, and we have future engineers that are coming out of Lead Girls that will be changing the world.
Yeah. Well, and now that you guys are celebrating 10 years next year, which is crazy.
I know.
But that kind of is so cool because these girls who were in like some of the very first programs 10 years ago, you are getting to kind of see the benefits that have reaped from this amazing program that you've put together.
Yes, it's fascinating because I keep up with a few of them. Yeah, in this program, I think everybody gravitates towards someone. And so I have a few, and it's like, wow, to see them as grown women now. And on my Facebook, liking posts and just seeing what they're up to, it just always inspires me and reminds me when we have someone who lifts us up, how impactful that is for us, that we don't get where we are without somebody saying, I'm right here with you or walking beside you. So it's really cool to see them as grown women.
I bet. And time flies. I'm sure you're like, wait, how are they already graduating college?
Yes. Yeah, I know. I think about a young lady that came back, and she came to, was it open house? And I was like, oh my God, like you're a grown woman now and doing things. So it's just, and driving, like I think about, I watch these girls go from being dropped off to now driving cars and have tattoos and little things that you're just like, wow, they're really growing up now.
Oh my gosh, I love it. Joy, what do you think are some of the biggest challenges that girls in our community are facing right now? And then what are the ways that Lead Girls kind of steps up to support them?
Oh, that's such a loaded question because, you know, as an organization, we're looking at data. Part of being evidence-based is we're looking at data every year. And when I think about just even over the past couple years, what we've saw, we've seen things like suicide ideations and mental health come in very strong over the past couple years, and social anxiety and just girls' ability to be able to navigate conflict. And so it is something that we always think about how our program is impacting and how do we tailor it when we're seeing things like, and I take the suicide ideations. So to hear a 5th grade girl say, I don't want to be here anymore is something that you just can't even imagine. In 5th grade, I was playing with Barbie dolls. And so when I think about Lead to really provide girls, one, with the tools to navigate some of those feelings that they're feeling, because, you know, I think so often people disregard our children's feelings. And it's like, oh, you're fine. You know, I think we hear, especially, I think, you're fine. Tough it up. Nothing's wrong with you. You'll be fine. So just to be able to be equipped with those tools to navigate those feelings, because they're real, to have a safe space to do it is another thing. I think about, and also to be among peers in a safe space. That, you know, like, I'm not in this alone. Like, oh my God, like she felt that way, or like she's dealt with that. And to build that community, you think as grown women, we're looking for community all the time, but to start that early.
Yes, that's
is
so
true.
Important. Yeah, making friends is always challenging. So I love that you're kind of providing a little bit of extra way for these girls to do that.
It is. And then to know that they have, that they're important and that they're valued. And if you look inside, like, I bring something to this world and to this community, which is important. So,
I love that. And going back to when talking about their feelings not being validated, I think a lot of times, purely just speculating here, but I think a lot of parents probably say things like the toughen up and stuff because they don't know how to respond to those kind of feelings. They don't know how to help their kids navigate that type of thing.
Right. Yeah, we see some of that. I think oftentimes it's what we've been exposed to. So, like, if that's how you were raised, you have to realize that the generations are changing. Adolescent girls, what they're experiencing is different. I mean, my God, I had a beeper and a BlackBerry. Like, I didn't have
You didn't have an Instagram
and all these
Snapchat.
things. No, I didn't have any of that. I mean, I had a pager, a 4-way pager or something that I can type in some words. So I just think about, like, the evolution of life and what our kids are exposed to. We have to be more mindful of what they're experiencing and validate that so they feel safe to come talk to their parents. And so, I think we are what we've been exposed to. So if you don't know any better,
you don't know what you don't know.
Right. And I think also culturally for women, we've always been told, be strong. You know, we've put on that superwoman cape, and the real reality is our feelings are real, and sometimes the cape needs to come off, and it's starting earlier and earlier.
Yeah, I love that you guys are evidence-based, because I'm sure, I feel confident in saying that the issues that were the most prominent 10 years ago when you started are very different now.
Very different. And so that's what is exciting to watch the data of even a girl being in a program, how it's trending, and you're looking at the metrics and you're thinking, oh my goodness, by 3 or 4 years of Lead, they've hit all these metrics. Now, you know, it's what's next for them. And so, it's exciting to see that you can, when you really invest in a girl, how you can move the needle for her.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So at our anniversary party, all of our proceeds went to Lead Girls. And I did that because I just couldn't think of a more appropriate nonprofit to celebrate, because we're a local women's magazine. We're celebrating women. So what better way than to celebrate these young women and these young ladies who are the future than by supporting them. So when we told everybody that, the room just really lit up when they heard about the impact of Lead Girls. What do community partnerships like this mean for your mission?
Listen, you'll have me on here crying because I know you're sick of hearing me say, but I think about, honestly, I don't think you realize your commitment means like the world to an organization and the sustainability of it. Like, I think it's so easy for people to think, okay, I'm going to give one time and then I'm going to be done. Like, but it's so many ways to give. I think about Forsyth Women. You've been so committed to time, talent, treasures, all the things. And it's when you really want to see real impact, it takes time. Mm-hmm. And so I just think about community partnerships, especially in a time like what we're going through right now with some of the deficits and losing parts of our budget because of other institutions. It's a reminder that people are standing in the work with us. Mm-hmm. And that there's a commitment to make sure that our kids are okay, our girls have a place, and that that women are champion, and the men, but that the women are champion and saying, I'm right beside you. I think that it speaks a huge message to the power of people coming together. Yeah. But community partnerships truly mean sustainability. Yeah. For this work, and so I know I've said this, and I won't get all mushy and crying on here, but like. I really can't thank you all enough for being in this work with us in so many ways. We don't take it for granted. Like, we're so grateful that you chose lead, and you have. I mean, you volunteered with the girls, and so it's just, we're grateful.
You're doing great things. I want to shout out Jody Brim too. I think she has done amazing things for Lead Girls, and she's a fabulous partner, and you are so lucky to have so many of these amazing local women in our community who want to lift you up and support Lead Girls and be a part of these girls' lives.
I think it's cool. And I think the other thing is that is when you look at the women and I think about age demographic, like trailing away and saying, I'm coming to pull you up is just, there's something powerful in that, that picture of how philanthropy is shaping. And it's like, these women that are young professionals saying, I'm stepping up and I'm with our next generation of girls. That's powerful.
Yeah. So how can women who are listening to this podcast, whether they're moms or young professionals or retired or community members, how can they get involved with supporting Lead Girls? I know, of course, finances are always helpful, but are there any volunteer opportunities that you guys have?
Oh, yeah. I would just say you can email me directly or go onto our website and go right to volunteers, and that will kind of trigger our volunteer coordinator to reach out to them. We have session assistant opportunities. Mm-hmm. We have, you can host a drive. You can come pack bags. You can pack feminine products. You can come write notes. Yeah. But there's so many opportunities.
They'll put you to work.
I will yes, we will find a way to put you to work. We want you to be in this work with us.
Yeah. So what age girls do you typically work with?
So when you think about LEAD, we look at it in 3 phases. So you think about 5th grade early intervention. As I mentioned, as we looked at data, and especially right after the pandemic, what we were seeing, it was very alarming, and so we started to think about the work as 5th grade is early intervention for us. We continue on into kind of core leadership with the 6th, 7th, 8th grade, and then from there is 9th and 10th. Okay. And that's sustaining that investment. So those girls go from learning to lead self to leading others, and at some point going to lead change here in this community, in the world. Yeah. So our focus really now is 5th through 10th grade.
Wow. Mm-hmm. So in those middle school years, I know, are just like super formative and super tough. I remember my middle school days, and there's so much peer pressure, and I can't even fathom going through middle school with social media in the mix. Like, that just has to be crazy.
Listen, I don't even want to think back to middle school. I was bullied really bad middle school, and so I think about adding social media to that would have been whew. Yeah. But it is tough, and so we're seeing more and more. It's important to start wherever we can with a girl and stay with her as long as we can as well. So. Yeah.
So I know you got some big dreams. What are your dreams for the future of Lead Girls?
That's a good question. It's something I have really been in prayer about. Yeah, I think lead could be so many things, but I will say when I look at the impact of lead, and I hear women and girls that come into the space, it's just a reminder of this intergenerational wellness and like the younger girl and the woman, and so I don't know what will come out of it, but I just. I know one thing's for sure. We're going to hit as many 5th grade through 10th grade girls that we can in a sustainable way because we don't want to run in and out of schools.
Yeah.
But I see something intergenerational. Like I think there's so much power in our dynamic with the work that we do with the parents and the girl and that holistic approach. And so I'm praying, and I know the right things will fall into place.
I love that. Well, Joy, you are doing amazing work, and it is such an honor to work with you and your entire team, and to be a teeny tiny small portion of helping these girls and just watching the greatness that you're doing. It's an honor, really.
Thank you so much.
And your name fits. You are a joy.
Right? I know. It really is. It's like her parents knew that or something.
Yeah, a lot of people say that. I've been in spaces and I'm like, oh boy, I need to bring some joy today.
They call Joy in for a reason.
Right.
So, Joy, last question before we wrap up. How can we tell us your website, your social media, how we can get in touch?
Absolutely. So it's Lead Girls of NC on all social channels. And the website is www.leadgirls.org, and that's LEADGIRLS.org.
Awesome. Well, I love working with you guys, and I hope some of our listeners will reach out to hear about some volunteer opportunities. And congratulations on hitting your Giving Day goal.
Yes.
And congratulations on almost 10 years. That is super exciting.
A decade.
A whole decade of helping these girls. That's awesome. Well, as always, you can find Forsyth Mags on social media at Forsyth Mags, and you can find all of our content on our website, forsythmags.com. And of course, you can pick up a physical copy of the magazine at all of your local Harris Teeters, your local restaurants. We have a full list of our distribution points on our website. And that's it. That's all we got. That's a wrap for today. Thanks, guys. The views and opinions stated on this podcast are solely those of the contributors and not necessarily those of our distributors or hosting companies. This podcast is copyrighted and cannot be reproduced without expressed written consent of Forsyth Magazines Incorporated. Ooh, that's a mouthful.